Hey guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, The Bright Side Girl, and today we're doing a spooky September book haul. I have a huge stack of spooky, Halloween, fall, witchy, vampire-y oriented books that I'm going to share with you guys today. I have been collecting these since last October, so anything that I felt like fit kind of the season of spooky season and fall, I put in a pile in my closet, and we're going to do a big haul for you. I will have another smaller haul that I will be doing in October, and I have a spooky season themed special edition haul as well. Some of these books may work for your Not So Scary-a-thon TBR, so kind of keep that in mind. I have a few vampire, maybe one or two villain-oriented books, but everything will be good to read during the season of September and October. If you're really into doing that like I am, I read these kinds of books all throughout the year. I try to save the super atmospheric ones or paranormal ones that I think will be excellent for fall time. I have a fairly large stack to share with you all. I've already filmed a spooky season TBR bookshelf tour, and I have no idea how I'm going to fit all of these on there. I do get most of my books at used bookstores, library book sales, anywhere between 50 cents and $3 for the most part. A couple of them might be around the $5 range. One or two of them I got either from like Pingo or Thrift Books or Noob. For the most part though, I usually spend $1 to $3 per book, so that's why I'm able to have so many. Plus I've been collecting these for over a year. I'm not going to go over too many synopsises because I have a lot to share with you, but we'll give you like a general idea here, and we're going to jump right in. So we have Agony House by Cherie Priest. I honestly just picked this up because I like the cover and it looks like it's going to be like a spooky house. I think this is middle grade, but it also has some like comic strips illustrations in it as well that are really cool. A girl and her mother move back to New Orleans and are going to fix up kind of this old creepy house. Dark Shallow Lies by Jenny Myers Sane. It says, in this town magic runs deep but secrets run deeper. So our main character also lives in Louisiana, and she is in the psychic capital of the world. And there is this girl named Alora who has vanished into thin air, and she can't believe that nobody in this psychic capital knows what happened to her, including these people that are supposed to know more than the rest of us. So I think she's going to try and solve the mystery. There might be some magic in here. It's young adult and it looks great. Wink Pompey Midnight by April Genevieve Tcholk. I've been wanting to read this one for a while. It has such a gorgeous cover. This is also young adult. Every story needs a hero. Every story needs a villain. Every story needs a secret. Wink Pompey Midnight, two girls, one boy, one summer, one bad thing. What really happened? Someone knows. Someone is lying. Got lots of fun things on the cover, and it's supposed to have like a really cool writing style. Weregirl by C.D. Bell. I believe this one is adult, and we have a werewolf girl. That's all I know, and I don't really have a ton of werewolf books, so I thought I would check this out. Go Hex Yourself by Jessica Clare. I think this is an adult spooky rom-com. I don't know if it's going to be spicy or not. I know there's romance in here. I know that she's a witch. It looks like it's going to be kind of cozy and cute. Once I read it, I will let you guys know. Witchborn by Nicholas Bowling. I know this has to do with witches, and I remember saving this on audio because one of my favorite narrators narrates it. So this is going to be like a witchy fantasy. A Skinful of Shadows by Frances Harding. I have yet to do a Frances Harding. Her books look so good, but they also look so spooky. This one doesn't look too bad. It's just got a little gravestone. I'm a little scared of them. They're young adult. I don't know how scary they are. I've come to find that a lot of these like YA horror, super spooky looking books are really not that spooky. They just have those good creepy gothic vibes that I really love. But I will let you guys know either way. So that says, this is the story of a bare-hearted girl. Sometimes when a person dies, their spirit goes looking for somewhere to hide. Some people have space within them perfect for hiding. Ooh. Sounds scary. All right, we have The Haunted Mansion by Claudia Gray. First of all, I love Claudia Gray. She's one of my favorite young adult authors. This is a haunted mansion story, Storm and Shade. I usually like to try a few of these Disney books. It's absolutely beautiful. I was so excited to find this like at my library bookstore. I love The Haunted Mansion, so I'm game for like a retelling or a continuation, and Claudia Gray's writing is always great as well, so hopefully I love it. Mere Mortals by Erin Jade Lang. I'm not sure if it will still be on sale by the time this video is out, but I got this one on Amazon for $8 on sale. I think they only had 6 left. I have been eyeing this one for a while. It's just a young adult vampire novel that I'm going to try to get to for Not So Scary-a-thon. It says Charlie and her brother have been teenagers for a very long time. I actually found this one in a little free library when I was like going in to donate some books. So the Thursday Murder Club. I don't know much about this. It's the start of a series. I think it's adult. I believe it's like a cozy murder mystery. I think there's like a book club that get together to read murder mysteries. I could be totally wrong, but I've heard really great things about it. The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness. This is part of the Discovery of Witches series, and this was the last book that I did not have. I've been meaning to read this for so long, and I've even read it and DNF'd it temporarily twice, only because I try to get to so many books for spooky season. I get so excited, and this first one's like a 23-hour audio, and I always get like 5 hours in and be like, oh, I don't really have time, even though I was really enjoying it. So there's a vampire and there's a witch in here, there's romance and magic, and I really liked what I read of it, so I need to continue on. The Hedge Witch of Fox Hall. I don't think this one has anything like spooky or gothic in it, but it does feel like a good foresty magic fall read, and it's by Anna Bright. I absolutely love her other duology that was kind of like The Bachelor set at sea, so I want to check out more from her. In this one we have a prince who hates magic, a prince who has spent his life hiding from it, and a witch who is determined to protect it, and it just looks so beautiful. Episode 13 by Craig DeLuey. This one I did get from Target with some Target gift cards. So this one's going to be part of an upcoming reading vlog that I am filming. It's got some mixed media to it, not like a ton, but like some texts and a few images and things, and I absolutely adore a mixed media book. This one might be very spooky, I don't know. I think that this one's adult. Stay tuned for an upcoming video where I will be reading this one. Puddle Jumpers by Mark Jean and Christopher C. Carlson. I know this is a middle grade book, some kind of missing person mystery in here, and it looks really cool. We have These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. This is a young adult witchy novel. So Hannah is a witch, but not the kind you're thinking of. She's the real deal, an elemental with the power to control fire, earth, water, and air, but even though she lives in Salem, Massachusetts, her magic is a secret she has to keep to herself. So this would be good for the seasonal read prompt for Hikeathon as well. Another Frances Harding, so Face Like Glass. See what I mean? Like her covers are so scary. They're so beautiful, but I haven't read one of hers to know like how scary the actual books are. This is in the underground city of Caverna. The world's most skilled craftspeople toil in the darkness to create delicacies beyond compare. Wines that remove memories, cheeses that make you hallucinate, and perfumes that convince you to trust the wearer even as he slits your throat. So sounds very, very cool. The Last Apprentice, Grimalkin the Witch Assassin. So this is book 9 in the Last Apprentice series. This is a gigantic series, but I've heard it's incredible. This is middle grade. I have almost all of them now, so I was excited to find this one. They have such beautiful little inserts in here as well. So if you've read this one and loved it, let me know, because I need a push to start it because it's so huge. I was excited to find these at my library bookstore for $1. We have Crush and Court. These are books, I think 4 and 5 in the Crave series, which is a vampire series by Tracy Wolff. I have heard so many mixed reviews. I have a couple friends say that it's one of their favorite series. I have a couple friends say that it's like a knockoff Twilight and they really didn't like it. It was super cheesy and the writing wasn't their favorite. But since these were $1, I picked them up. I don't have the other ones, but let me know if I should read this one or not. I might start the first one for Not So Scary-a-thon. The Death of Mrs. Westway by Ruth Ware. So I'm kind of dipping my toes into the thriller genre. I'm very specific about what I like. I like them to be fast-paced, not too scary, and not too dark into the character's past. I don't like ones that deal too much with like trauma and abuse. I want there to be actual things happening in the current story. So I found a few authors that I enjoy, and I think Ruth Ware is one of them. I read 2 of her books this year, One by One, which is set in like a ski lodge, and One Perfect Couple, which is set on an island with a reality show, and I really loved both of them. I thought they were written so well. So I know this is one of her more popular ones. I haven't checked it out yet. So Harriet Westaway receives a mysterious letter bequeathing her as a substantial inheritance from her grandmother. Hal knows there's been a mistake. Her grandparents have been dead for more than 20 years, and she hasn't had anyone to help her since her mother died 3 years ago. But the bill's piling up and Hal is running out of options. Down on her luck and worn thin by the weight of adulthood, Hal can't help but wonder if the cold reading skills she's honed as a tarot card reader might help her claim the money. So it sounds incredible and perfect for fall. The Spells We Cast by Jason June. This is a young adult novel. I think we have like witchy, queer cowboys in here. So Nigel Barrett has spent his whole life looking forward to the culling, his one chance to secure a happy future. year. Each year, the spellcasting competition determines which of the country's teenage magicians will join the secret society known as the Guild, which will be stripped of their powers to preserve magical balance. More than anything, Nigel wants to fight evil alongside his fellow magicians as part of the Guild. So we have magicians in here. I believe there's a romance in here as well. I haven't heard much about it, but it looks awesome. A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. I've heard amazing things about this trilogy. I really love Naomi Novik's writing style, especially in Uprooted. I believe this is adult, but I could be wrong. I think they're in college. It's dark academia, like a magic school, and it's supposed to be amazing. Now one I've actually read, The Only Purple House in Town by Anne Aguirre. I absolutely love this one. I read this one, I think, for Not So Scaryathon last year. I'll link the reading vlog up in the cards as well as down below in the description if I have. This is really sweet adult fall cozy read. Wanting something really cozy, not scary at all. This is perfect. This is about a vampire who opens a bread and breakfast, and she kind of accidentally adopts all these other like magical creatures into her bed and breakfast, and they all wind up trying to fix this house together and get it running, and it's just really sweet. There's a cute little romance in here, very low stakes, but very sweet, very atmospheric. They talk a lot about food, and I just really liked how this one was written. The Coldest Touch by Isabel Sterling. I believe this is a young adult queer vampire story. Elsie Beaumont is cursed. With every touch, she experiences exactly how her loved ones will die. After her brother's death, a death she predicted but was unable to prevent, Elsie is desperate to get rid of her terrible gift no matter the cost. Claire Montgomery, who has a unique relationship with death, mostly because she's already dead, technically anyway. Claire is a vampire and she's been assigned to the Vale to help Elsie master her rare death oracle power. So, sounds very, very cool and would be good for Not So Scaryathon. The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. This is an adult witchy read. I think we have some cozy vibes in here as well, but I'm not for sure on this. I know it's supposed to be very, very charming. There's lots to do with like tea and magic and things like that, and it sounds great for fall. The Tent Girl by Sarah Faring. This one, first of all, this cover is incredible. It sounds so good. At the very southern tip of South America looms an isolating finishing school, and legend has it that the land will curse those who settle there. But for Maevie, a bold Buenos Aires native fleeing the military regiment that took her mother, it offers an escape to a new life as a young teacher to the daughters of Argentine's elite. I believe this is an adult psychological thriller. I could be wrong. So this one sounds so good. We're gonna have like a dark academia, maybe a little bit of a haunted school situation. Deanna Raybourn, The Impossible Imposter, another huge series that I really want to start this year if I can. This is the Veronica Speedwell mystery. This is a gothic Victorian series. I believe Veronica is kind of like a Sherlock detective type person, and it's supposed to have like a really cute, cozy romance and just supposed to be like funny and witty. I love like gothic Victorian reads, so I really need to start the series. This is like book 7 or 8, but I found it, so I grabbed it. The Deceivers by Margaret Peterson Haddock. This is book 2 in the Greystone Secrets. I already have book 1. This is another middle grade mystery book. I don't want to read the synopsis and give anything away of the first book, but it's supposed to be very cute. The Undead Truth of Us by Brittany S. Lewis. I just picked this up because I love the sunflowers on the cover. It says it's an emotional, gripping take on the classic zombie archetype, which apparently I'm a zombie girl. I didn't know that before, but they're not like as scary as you would think, and I've just liked so many of them. 16-year-old Zahari Young is absolutely certain her mother morphed into a zombie before her untimely death. Why her mother died, why her aunt doesn't want her around, why all her dreams seem suddenly hopelessly out of reach, and why ever since that day she's been seeing zombies everywhere. Sounds good. I believe this one is also young adult. Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. This is supposed to be like spooky underground London. I love Neil Gaiman's writing style, but sometimes he's very hit or miss for me. 2 of his books I like really do not like because he gets really graphic and weird sometimes, but sometimes he doesn't. And I've heard this is incredible, so I picked it up. This one is adult. Wicked Like a Wildfire by Lena Popovic. This is the hardback version. I've had the paperback version for a while and I found the hardback, so I upgraded myself. This one is about a witchy family and it has amazing, beautiful writing style. I read the first chapter this spring thinking I was going to read it in the spring, and then I decided it would be better for fall because it's very witchy. The writing style really sucked me in and was beautiful, so I'm excited to get to it. Eat Your Heart Out by Kelly DeVos. Kelly DeVos's Go Hunt Me is one of my favorite books ever, and so I was excited to try more from her. This is young adult about a girl that goes to fat camp and then a zombie apocalypse happens. It's supposed to be funny and heartwarming and very, very adventurous. Secrets Never Die by Vincent Ralph. I actually picked this one up at the Barnes & Noble Starbucks because they had, like, if you get a drink, then this book was $5. So I picked it up. It looks like a fun thriller. I think this one is young adult. Every year, Sam Hall and his friends hold funerals for their secrets in an abandoned hut in the woods that they call the Dark Place. But this year, their secrets are coming back from the dead to terrorize them. So sounds very cool. Crazy House by James Patterson and Gabrielle Charbonneau. I believe this is adult. I believe we've got like a haunted house type situation. Maybe too scary for me, but we're gonna try it. And lastly, we have The Deathless Divide by Justina Ireland. This is the second or third book in the Dread Nation series, which again is like a zombie series. I believe it's set in 1800s in the South. I could be wrong, but it's supposed to be really, really good. I've been wanting to check it out. I don't have the first one yet, but now I'm started on the series. Okay, so hopefully this gave you some ideas for spooky season and for Not So Scary-a-thon and just for fall in general. I will have another haul like this coming out in October, like I said, and I will have a special edition fall spooky season themed haul as well. So stay tuned for that, as well as a TBR fall bookshelf tour. Let me know what you guys plan on reading for fall. Let me know if you're participating in Not So Scary-a-thon. I will link the announcement for it up in the cards if you haven't checked it out already, as well as my full Halloween playlist with all my other videos for spooky season. I have everything you need to get your TBR going if you like lightly spooky, atmospheric, slightly creepy reads, but nothing too intense. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl. Stay tuned for more fall content, and I'll see you guys next time on The Bright Side.